And now, our feature presentation.
Hello, everyone. This is the president of your Beta Alpha Psi Nu Sigma chapter, Jack Mitchell, here. So you may be wondering, why am I here? Well, we will be doing today is presenting to you, our members, our candidates, faculty, students of FDU, and board of trustees or whoever's watching this, our semesterly report. Now, you may be remembering that we did something similar in August, where we posted our entire annual report for the 2023-2024 academic year. And we decided that starting this semester and going forward, we will be making reports on each semester and documenting how we did each semester. And we will do statistics and analytics. Not only that, we are also going to be sharing this with you guys publicly, all over social media and on our link tree. So it should be up on our link tree. And we did make a post on LinkedIn already about this. But we're going to also do is, go through commentary of the entire semester report and our annual report we will do. So the e-board and I have made our report. We compiled all the data and we have done all of our hard work on this. So hopefully you all will enjoy this. So let us begin with that. And I do apologize if you guys are seeing me go looking here and there. I have a monitor, I have my iPad here, so I have notes that I want to say. So just don't think I'm actually wandering off. All right. So our fall semester report. All right. So in this report, we are going to be introducing what BAP is. Again, we're not going to go over word by word what is Beta Alpha Psi. We'll give you a quick snippet of it. If you want a more detailed version of what that is, go watch our welcome interest meeting we did this semester. And obviously in our annual report, it will be there, but also it will be on these slides as well. We'll also talk about our semester goals that we set out for this semester, but not only that, the goals we had for the academic year, the ideas implemented this semester. So we were referring to those ideas we talked about in our 23-24 annual report that we'll be implementing this year, the achievements and recognitions we received this semester, and then my favorite part, the activities breakdown. So we'll be breaking down all the activities, all of the number crunching, the data. We'll be going over all that later. And then we will be giving you guys a little bit of a sneak peek on what is to come for next semester and ideas and plans that the e-board will be thinking about going into the next semester. So our 2024-2025 e-board looks like this. So as always, you guys know who I am, Jack Mitchell, President, Beta Alpha Psi Nu Sigma chapter. Vice President Gloria Petruska, who is also the president of the Accounting Society here at FDU Silberman, but also, and on top of that, she's also our head tutor here at BAP. And she is a graduate student along with me. Reporter/secretary is Joseph Lawden, graduate student. And treasurer is Richard Lewis, who is a senior who will be planning on doing his 4+1 program here within FDU Silberman. And our faculty advisors, we have Dr. Collier and Dr. Sampath. Now, for those of you who might be wondering, you probably are thinking, where is Professor McGregor? Well, lucky for him, he has gotten promoted to become the new accounting department chair. And we will consider him to be an honorary advisor. And we do wish him the best. And we do congratulate him on receiving this recognition of becoming the new accounting chair for FDU Silberman. So who and what is BAP? We're just going to go over a brief snippet of this. So Beta Alpha Psi, which is part of the Accounting Society, is an international honors organization for students in accounting, finance, MIS. So for MIS is Management Information Systems. What do we really do here? So we invite accounting firms and companies and organizations and other accounting and finance societies to visit either our campus here on the Forum campus, where I am doing this now, on our Metro campus over at TNEC, or virtually, to visit us and present business topics and network with all of us. So our chapter was chapter 317. It was established on May 4th, 2016. It was chartered in May of 2014. And again, the objectives, we're not going to go through them all. You guys can watch the intro meeting that we did this semester, so we'll skip through a couple of these. Membership types, BAP candidate eligibility. Now, I will mention one thing here that I think we forgot to mention during the welcome meeting is that for MIS majors, if you are planning on going out for BAP next semester, you can. It's just that you need to have at least an accounting or finance minor. That's the only way you're able to get it. If you are an MIS major, you need to have a minor in that. So just as a disclosure, because I think we probably did not mention that back in August. So just want to throw that in there. Candidacy requirements, the membership requirements, types of services we offer. So those are there. All right, time for the good stuff. So before we continue on further, just want to note that this year for the New Sigma chapter is a very, very special year, as it is the 10-year anniversary of our chapter being chartered. Because like I said, we were established in May 2016, but we were chartered in May 2014. So we actually started out as a petitioning chapter in 2014. And then, sorry, no, we established in 2014, we chartered in 2016. I mixed up the grammar there on that one, so that's on me. So what we've been doing, and I think the E-Board and I set out a goal for this year to bring back alumni from the last 10 years. And we have done so many, we've met so many great alumni that have come in here. We've actually had the OG president of BAP, New Sigma chapter. We've had some alumni that were not only members, but also some were former E-Board members to come in, and we're very happy that they are going on to bigger and better places, and we're very proud of what they were able to accomplish outside of not only within BAP, but also outside of BAP. So fall semester goals, we had 3 goals in mind. If you see the ones that are bolded, those are the ones that we accomplished. The ones that's not bolded, we are probably not going to hit this year. And the reason why is that we were planning on competing in the KPMG Platinum Challenge. However, after reading the rules, we have to be a gold chapter for 2 years in a row. So what that means is we will be eligible next year, but not this year. So, that was on us for not reading the rules. But we were able to get more students to join BAP, thanks to a generous donation from FDU Silberman to allow 10 students to be waived from their application fees to get in. So we thank FDU Silberman very much for that, and also achieve gold chapter status in back-to-back academic years. Now I am going to say this is going to be a footnote, and I will circle back to this later, but keep that point in mind, because we kind of did, but not officially yet. I will explain more in a minute about that. So ideas implemented this semester. So we implemented a lot of ideas. And again, the board and we talked about this with our advisors. We discussed the possibility, the downsides, the upsides of it. And we were willing to try out some new things, but also at the same time, things that had to be put in because of certain things that happened the last couple of years. So create a candidate membership manual and checklist. We added a course on web campus of BAP to streamline the information. We brought back the reflection papers, brought them back, and we introduced attendance make of events. And then 2 things that we actually did, we were creating a BAP AI chatbot, which is a frequently asked questions chatbot about BAP New Sigma chapter. And then also we were starting our BAP AI tutor bot project. So we're going to give you basically updates on what were those ideas, what was the problem, what were the solutions to them, how did it go about for the semester, and we're going to continue doing this or not. So the candidate member manual. So the problem, students were confused on what to do to join BAP. Even though we would post our welcome interest meeting on YouTube, we post the slides, we send it to them. We create a candidate member manual to guide them through the process. And I will say, I have heard from a lot of candidates that did go out this semester. They really did appreciate that because they want everything, pen and paper, outlined. So we are going to be continuing to do this going forward into the next semester. This also aligns with the checklist, the same thing. Again, we will also update that as well for every semester. So that was actually a really good plus on our end that everyone liked that. The outreach and web campus course. So potential candidates and members, they were not getting the necessary information with BAP. And not only that, they were what's the word I'm trying to get here? They were getting bombarded with their emails by the BAPG. So we figured, and not only that, they were going their junk mail. So we wanted them all go into one place where they actually receive their emails. So I actually got to thank this idea of, to thank you to Delta Gamma Chat for giving me this idea to do this, because I got off of them, that we would create a course on our LMS, so our learning machine system, which was Web Campus, that we do utilize here at FDU to streamline the information. And I will say it is absolutely 100% improved the communication, and it did wonders for us this semester, where we would tell them, this is where it would be, this is where Twitter link is, where our schedule is, our presentations, where the lecture papers are. And fun fact, back in the day, I think it was 2016 or 2017, they actually had this up. So when we actually gained access to this, the e-board and I, we were looking at it and we were like, all right, it's not going to be that hard because we just have to rearrange some things. So we will still be using Web Campus for outreach. And we figured, because not only that, we get from all of our professors, we get emails and notifications from our Blackboard app. So we also thought, if we start sending out the reminders through Web Campus, they're going to get it instantly on their phone. Not only that, it'll go right to their student email, and it won't go in the junk email. All right, the reflection paper rule. So we brought this back, and we didn't really enforce it that much in 23, but we are enforcing it now more than ever, because the last time we did this was, I think when we started recording meetings was back in spring 23. So we decided we're going to bring it back. The rules, we made it very simply, straight to the point. If you can't make a meeting because you're sick, you're a student athlete, you have work, if you have class, and obviously if you have class, please do not skip class for BAP, go to class. We want class to come first and then this comes second. You have to reach out to us 24 hours in advance, or you talk to one of us in private. If this will be a long-term thing, we will just work on it with you. Write the one-page reflection paper. Laid out everything. It could be in bullet points, it could be in sentences, as long as there's one full page and it makes sense to what the meeting was about. We're fine with it. We did not have any problems with this. Everyone submitted their reflection papers on time. Thanks to the discussion form that we have on Web Campus, we were actually able to put all of them up on there and schedule them out to be released, to be sent out to our members and candidates, so that we had the opportunity to upload them on there. So that was actually pretty good, because we did not want our inbox to be fulfilled with everyone's discussion board, reflection papers on that. So we figured just put them through there. Now the one thing, the attendance makeup event. So this was, the e-board and I will agree, this was one of our riskiest, one of the two risky ideas that we've had. And the reason being was because we said, members can't make the meetings. Not only that, they can't submit their reflection papers on time. So we thought we would add these events in which basically we would pick out events, and these events would be 100% free from IMA, from NGCPA, AICPA, any of the states, of any big org. And not only that, any other accounting firm that has webcasts, we would add them into our attendance makeup event schedule. And what the member would do, or candidate, if they know they cannot make a meeting and they cannot fill out the reflection paper, or if they know they have to make up attendance requirements before getting inducted or staying as a member, they would reach out to us saying, hey, I'm going to go to this event. They basically would go to the event. They would also do is write the reflection paper, just like if they were going to a regular New Sigma chapter meeting. Students were able to benefit from this. However, our advisors were not happy that we posted a lot of them. And I will say this on behalf of the e-board, I am going to have to agree to that. We posted a lot, which, we wanted to make sure everyone got in. And the e-board and I were talking about it. And what we will be doing going forward into next semester is that The attendance makeup events are going to start the day after the application deadline is for candidacy. So once that date passes, that's when the attendance makeup events will start, because some candidates, they will apply, they'll send it to us, and then, they have to make it up. So it will start, I believe, because I have my calendar up here, it would be February 26th will be the candidacy application deadline. So that means the 27th is when the attendance makeup events will be eligible to go to and to participate in. So that'll be going to next semester. We have 4 right now on deck, and the e-board and we would go through multiple webinars. Would be up, and we would pick the ones that not only our members would enjoy going to, but also you can learn something from it. And we tell them this is completely optional. They don't have to do, if they know that they have the attendance requirement already hit, they don't have to go to it because it's optional. But if they want to go to it, we open it up to them, because again, we want them to learn more, not only while also learning in the classroom, but also learning outside of the classroom. So that rule, we'll be updating that a little bit. The start date for those will be the day after the candidacy application deadline. So for that, our BAP AI frequently asked chatbot. So candidacy members were continuously asking us questions about BAP, and believe me, we've got emails from multiple students asking what are the requirements, how to get in. So we created a BAP AI chatbot to answer anyone's questions regarding BAP in our chapter. So this basically linked up everything. So from our constitution and bylaws, our welcome meeting, our schedule, and even our handbooks and checklists. So if they had a question, then go to the bot. They can ask her. It was Informanu is the name of our frequently asked questions chatbot. So again, we did see some success in that. We are going to be fine tuning it a little bit, but we have been seeing a little bit of success with our members, candidates going to the bot. And obviously, we want them to reach out to us. We still do, but if we're not available at that time, we ask them to go to the bot, because it does have all the information that it needs. And then the second riskiest idea we had this semester was the tutor bot. Now I'm going to admit this was fully spearheaded by me. Students were struggling in their classes, and they want to have tutoring hours outside of regular tutoring hours, because they have, work, they're student athlete, they can't make it, they have a class. So we were deciding on making one tutor bot to allow students to be tutored after regular tutoring hours. Now, in the beginning, when I built this, it was through Bot Penguin, and this was the initial test pilot. After showing our advisors this, they were not happy. They were not happy about it. So we decided then we're opening this up to our MIS majors and also computer science majors to help work on this. And I will say, as an update, again, this is still a work in progress. The tutor bot has been fed the basic knowledge base, but it still answers the questions instead of guiding them to the right answer. We will be working on this over break and continuing into next semester. And I will just throw this out now, because we will probably mention this at our welcome meeting in January. If anyone's interested in joining this team and actually working on this bot, please see either myself, Gloria, Joe, or Ricky, or email one of us, and we will happily connect with you to our AI tutor team, who basically will be working on this. So again, this is still work in progress. We're hopeful that this will be done by the end of the spring semester, so that way we can start putting this out there in the fall of 2025. And the tutor bot procedure, this is how we would have had it if the Bot Penguin got approved. If tutoring sessions are active, you go to the tutoring sessions. If they're not active, go to the professor's office hours. If they're not available, then you go to the bot. That simple. All right, candidates. So this semester we had, for the first time in 3 years, we had double-digit numbers for candidates. We had 10 candidates go out. The last time this happened was in spring 2021. So at that time, 3/4 of the e-board were freshmen here at FDU, and we were still in COVID. Again, the change from last year's fall semester was +6 from the initial 4. Our rush class, so our Sigma rush class, our rush class president was Louis Mignon III. And again, I want to just read the names off. I want to congratulate each and every single one of you on being inducted into Beta Alpha Psi. So Andrew Pinabino Jr., who is also not only is the head of our AI TutorBot team, but also is an e-board member of the Student Managed Investment Fund. Eric Schmidt, Giselle Mendez, who also is an e-board member of the Women of Business Club over at Metro. Lane, Mitch Warner, who, by the way, is the captain of Metro's women's lacrosse team. Congratulations, by the way. Casey Cohen, Jason Bishop, Alexander Musa Nessie, Ryan Myeloid, and Anna Margolin. So again, congratulations to you 10 on getting inducted into Beta Alpha Psi. We cannot wait to see what you guys will accomplish within BAP for your rest of your academic career. And just to emphasize this more, the number of candidates. This is the most amount of candidates to be inducted over the last five fall semesters. So obviously we have noticed, going back in the archives, that we have had a small dip from 20. And by the way, we did not have 9 candidates in 2019. We were not able to find the 2019 data. So if you see that it's there, it's not. It's basically 0. So again, it was at 6 and then it went to 4. Now, obviously the reason being for why 2020, 2021, we had the low numbers of candidates was because of COVID and we were starting coming back. So again, we had to ease back into things. So that was probably the reason why. And then, when 2023, we had 4, and thanks to our donation from Silberman, that actually went up to 6+. So we're very thankful for them for doing that. And not only that, they might be doing it again next semester. So again, I do not know, but if it does happen, we will let you know. Just some achievements and recognitions. Again, we started our AI TutorBot project. I'm not going to really talk about that anymore because I already talked about it just a couple seconds ago. Some of our members competed in the 2024 Bloomberg Global Trading Challenge in October and going to November 2024. And we have created 2 new social media accounts: Rumble, which is an alternative version of YouTube, and Blue Sky, which is an alternative version of X or Twitter. And please follow those as well. Fun thing I will say about Rumble is that we are currently in the process of migrating or putting all the meetings from YouTube to theirs. So there'll be another copy of them there. But we were hoping that it would sync up because we had our YouTube account linked to it. And for some reason, it's not doing that. So we might have to do it manually. So again, be patient with us on that. So yeah. So now my favorite part, the activities breakdown. So this, I know it seems like a lot, but I will explain this to you all so you can understand it. So every academic year, every BAP chapter has a certain amount of requirements to hit in order to become either a mission-based chapter, which is a bronze chapter, silver, or gold chapter. For us, New Sigma chapter, we are, the requirements for us, because we want to maintain our gold status, is that we need to hit 11 ROAs, 12 PAs, 6 essays, and 1 ES. And just to explain to you what each of these are, the notes down there. So again, ROAs is reach out activities, PA is professional activities, SA is service activities, and ES is essential service activities. So the year-to-date requirement totals are on the top. So this is basically as of the end of this semester. We had 14 ROAs, 17 professional activities, 6 service activities, and then 1 essential service activity. So some notable ROAs that I would like to mention. 3 of them that came out of the annual meeting that I represented the chapter at the annual meeting in Orlando. The annual meeting attendance, the community impact day, and the annual meeting presentation. And then the AAA CTLA annual meeting that Dr. Collier did go to in August. And on top of that, another notable ROA was the multi-chapter event we hosted with the Stony Brook chapter, which, by the way, good luck on getting chartered as well. So notable professional activities that we did this semester. So some firms we brought in. And again, if you want to see all the meetings, all the firms we brought in this semester, go to our playlist. We have the playlist for the entire semester for fall 24. Deloitte, KPMG, Goldman Sachs, Cullen Resnick, Witham. So notable service activities, the semester tutoring that we do every semester, our accounting and finance recruiting fair, in reality, it's just the career fair recruiting fair, because they've actually merged our FDU Silberman one and the Career Center one into one. So that, and then the big one that I felt really, great to do was helping out the victims of Hurricane Helene in Milton. We did a donation drive in October. We wanted to donate some items to those who were affected by the hurricanes over in Florida and Georgia and the Carolinas. And I can happily say that those care packages have been delivered. So again, we are hoping that you are, doing well and that those care packages will help you out in rebuilding what you had. And then our notable essential service activity was interpersonal skills in the workplace. We can thank PKF O'Connors Davies for touching on that as well. So that is activities breakdown the top. On the bottom is our semester over semester comparison. So again, just note to CYS is current year semester and PYS prior year semester. So we took the data from last fall semester and this fall semester, compared them. And I will say we had an increase in all categories. So we improved by 5 in ROAs. We improved by 6 in professional activities, 1 service activity. We did an additional one. And then essential skills, service skills, we basically kept it the same. It's it's there, but we are very happy that we're seeing the increase in those numbers. And even the point totals going into the last 5 semesters. Now, this is excluding the mission-based requirements where it's like beginning of the year report, mid-year report, the end of the year report, the initiation. Again, because you're excluding those numbers. 2024 fall semester, this was the best performance over the last 5 years in all categories. First time in 5 years, we hit double digits in reach activities. We improved again. And if you see this, from 2020, when we were in COVID, we were in pre-COVID, then in COVID, then going into post-COVID. Again, we've been improving our reach activities a lot. Peer professional activities wasn't really for us as an e-board, really was going to be a big concern for us. We knew we would be hitting that requirement. The service activities, we really wanted to do more once, we started going in. So we actually did more. As you see, 23, we did 5. And then this semester, we did 6 essential service activities. Now, you may be wondering, why are there zeros in 2020, 2021, and 2022? In 2021, the reason being is that the essential service skills activities, they did not get implemented until the 2022-2023 year. We didn't do one in 22. We did do one in 23. So that is why you're seeing zeros there. But again, 38 overall points we have, excluding the beginning year and middle year initiation points. So actually, if you add those 3, it'd be 41. So again, we're very happy to see that we are improving as a chapter and we're doing the right thing, going forward. And, we're very, very excited. So ideas and plans going forward. So like in our annual report, we're just going to throw this out as a disclaimer. All of these ideas are not final and they are still up for review by our advisors, but we would like to share with you all what we are thinking about and planning on doing next semester. And trust me, if you saw our annual report, basically that second half of that list is basically what we're doing here. So let's run through these. So number 1, updating our handbook. So the e-board and I decided we're going to be updating our handbook a little bit. We'll be reformatting it. We want to make it unique every single semester, not the same one, just keep it, fresh and relevant. So we will be updating that. Number 2, strengthening attendance requirements. So we have been debating about strengthening these requirements a little bit. And the ideas we were kind of thinking about was pre-registering for our meetings. And then, we go through a triple check where you basically sign up through a website. If you're looking in person, you have to print out, or you have the QR code. We basically scan it. You also need to scan the Google form to make sure, you're there at the meeting, and then we'll do like checks. Like if you ever did like a webinar on like, because I know the e-board and I probably have done this for individually. We've done webinars like NJCPA or IMA where it had these little checks, make sure you're there. Similar to that. Again, we want to make sure our members are paying attention. And not only that, they are actually like, paying attention to the meeting. Creating our new weekly newsletter. So this one is going to be utilizing AI. Andrew and I have been discussing this for a little bit. We are going to be playing around with it over break. Hopefully, if it all goes as well, and we do have a bot prepared for that, that bot will be used for basically creating the weekly newsletter. We are potentially debating on making it bi-weekly. But again, we will let you know when the time does come. 4, holding Meet the Firms night. So we were debating about doing this in the fall. However, we had the recruiting fair at Metro. And obviously we have heard that since the Silberman's recruiting fair had merged with the Career Center's recruiting fair, we want to do something similar just for us accounting and finance majors. And not only that, we want to invite back alumni to come back and to network with our students. So we potentially might be holding that next semester. Just might. But again, that is just a big if. Again, we have to go through our advisor, we have to go through, Professor McGregor. Not only that, we get approval from Pat Mary, Sakin, and Pat Wires. So again, we will see about that. Number 5, holding other events. So, we want to show people that, BAP is not just, meetings and, do your tour. You want to make it fun. So we might be holding mock interviews, charity kickball tournament, a BAP Monopoly tournament. Heck, I would put myself in there for the Monopoly tournament. I'm, really good at it. And then something that we were going to do this semester, but we didn't have the chance of doing, was an IFA 1 social. Because around the fall semester, usually IFA 1 and cost accounting would be open to all the accounting and finance majors. So we might be doing that specific thing for next year. But in similarity to it, we will be doing next semester is we'll be visiting some of the accounting and finance classes next semester, either in person or virtually, to talk about Beta Alpha Psi, just to drum up interest a bit. Again, we want to get people involved, getting, look on your resume, and not only that, it's a really, really cool thing to be a part of BAP. Number 6, speaking to community colleges and high schools. So this one we did back in fall of 22, and that was actually me and the former head of the accounting department, Professor Ron West. We went out to my old high school. We talked about accounting and BAP. We might be doing that next semester. And again, we want to start drawing up interest of, coming to FDU, but not only that, joining Beta Alpha Psi. And fun fact that the e-board and I just noticed a couple of days ago was that FDU was actually offering high school students to take Intro to Financial Accounting. So that's very exciting to see that. I'm going to get back to number 7 in a minute. But number 8, collaboration with other FDU Silberman clubs. So again, this was one of those things that when I took office as president was the one thing I really wanted to do, because I've seen this through my entire time at FDU Silberman, because I've been a part of numerous clubs. I've always seen like, oh, we're fighting for people to join clubs. It really shouldn't be that. It should be, we want to work together and help each other out. So we are in talks with a couple of clubs to, doing some collaboration events next semester. Obviously, this will not be on BAP's time, but it will be on their time. We'll basically just be helping them out. So that'll be really fun to do. And then this one's gonna be a risky idea. Like we said when we went over our ideas for this semester, this is gonna be our big risky one that I do not know if the advisors are gonna go for it, but if they do, it will be a big deal. Holding 2 multi-chapter events. And after the e-board and I attended the Stony Brook event that we helped co-host with, I told the e-board, I asked them, I said, what if we did that? We also did one for just NJ chapters. Because we figured that if we do that, not only we can, network with other, network with some firms, but also network with other students and other BAP chapters and learn from them and how they do things and how we do things, maybe help each other out here a bit. So the idea that the e-board and I kind of came up with was we're gonna have 2 of them. One of them would be a virtual event with every single BAP chapter, and the idea would basically is a Big 4 panel. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase this. Both of these multi-chapter events will be panels, mainly Big 4. For the virtual one, it'll be a Big 4 panel partner level. So CPA, like senior partner. And we will be, contacting some BAP chapters all around the country, see if they're interested in actually doing this idea with us. And again, that will be a huge deal because it'll be via Zoom. It will be at night because I know for the e-board, all of us on the e-board, we have night classes, so we cannot do it during our normal time. So we actually have to do it, after that. And the second one is something that I want to do an annual thing with, is an in-person event with all the BAP New Jersey chapters. And again, it would be Big 4 theme, but the e-board and I want to center around something that has been talked about a little bit in accounting and finance. And we have actually, the e-board have touched on this in spring 24 was DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So we will be able to do is get one person from each Big 4 to come in, have a panel, talk about diversity, equity, inclusion, and then after that break out into a networking session with our members and their members. And we want to make it an annual thing where, the first year we would host it, and then the next year it could be, Rutgers, New Brunswick host it, or Seton Hall host it. And I think, this will be a great way for us to not only, network with these firms, but also network with the other chapters in New Jersey, but also the members. And, maybe, give us each other some feedback on what we should do, what they should do, and, help each other out here. So again, those are the ideas and plans going forward, but just remember, these are all up for review. They're not final. So just to clarify that, they're up for review. They're not final. When we do have our intro meeting, and I can actually say that date will be the 22nd of January. We will have all of the plans and ideas going forward. So again, just keep that in mind because these are going to be, this will be there. All right. So that's it. Oh, no, wait. One more thing I forgot. Sneak peeks. So, you guys are ready? Well, 3, 2, 1. So, we're going to give you guys a little bit of sneak peek. What's going to happen next semester? Big names are coming in next semester. One big name I will mention, and I think everyone knows this person. This person has spoken to us in the past virtually, but this time they will be coming in person. The one, the only, the greatest of all time, Peter Olinto from UWorld will be coming in to speak to New Sigma chapter in person. This will be the biggest speaker we have ever had in the 10-year history, the biggest speaker we ever had. And I hope everyone can be there for that because that will be an exciting meeting. The second thing, Metro. I know you guys have been asking us and have been, telling us, can we please get some speakers come in person? And I did promise you all, or the board and I promised you that we would be able to do this when the time was right. And I can happily say next semester, thanks to Professor Sampath teaching at Metro next semester, on Wednesday, we are going to finally be able to send speakers over to Metro. We're going to finally start sending them over there, you guys. So you guys are going to get the same experience we get here at Florham. I hope you guys are pumped for that. Working again on the huge multi-chapter event with all the BAP chapters and also potential multi-chapter event with the other New Jersey BAP chapters. Creating events that'll benefit not only our members, but FDU Silberman students as well. We also have been hearing that NABA chapter over at Metro is potentially going to be chartered by the end of February. So we definitely want to help them out as much as we can over there. So stay tuned for that. And the last thing I will mention is a little sneak peek. This is not official yet, but unofficially, is that we will be partnering up with Women in Business on both Florham and Metro to hold a crossover event. And it will be a huge, huge event. We're not going to reveal anything yet. You will find out in due time, but I will say this will be a big event. A huge, huge event. So, with that being said, that is it for our semesterly report for our 2024 fall semester report. Again, this will all be public on our link tree. And on top of that, it will be post a link on our LinkedIn, on our social accounts. Speaking of that, follow us on social media, our LinkedIn, our Instagram, our X, our Rumble page, our TikTok, YouTube, emails there, our Blue Sky, and our club website. And just remember, this is a club website. The BAP website is Web Campus. Our club website is here. All of our meetings are officially been posted up on our club website, so they should all be there. But that is it for the fall 2024 report. I hope you guys enjoy listening to us talk about what we did this semester. Again, the E-Board and I are very excited for next semester, as it will be our second leg of our 10-year anniversary of the New Sigma chapter being established. And again, like we just said a couple minutes ago, we have big plans coming in for next semester, and we want you guys there for the whole ride. So with that being said, from all of us here at Beta Alpha Psi New Sigma chapter, we want to wish you all a happy and healthy holidays, and we will see you all in 2025. More specifically, January 22nd, for our first meeting of not only the spring semester, but of 2025. This is Jack Mitchell saying so long. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.